Good afternoon, Sarah.
Let's start by paying homage to the Buddha. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. So in the morning, we have learned 8 sets of vakya or sentences. Now number 9. So Samenya vakya. Oh, by the way, so the link of this docs are shared in chat box. You can join it. So Samenya means common or general. So Samenya vakya mean so a formal sentence that expresses so common meaning of words. Maybe so general meaning of words. Maybe sometimes maximum meanings of that word. So which can denote so as much as it can maximum meaning of that words. So such a sentences can be called the samenya. And then we say so among the maximum meanings, common meanings, just choosing so the distinct meaning or intended meaning in this current context. So such a sentence is called the Visesa Vakya. So that is commonly later sentence. So that is right here. In some places, that Samanya Vakya is called the Atodara Vakya. So Atami meaning, so Odara means how to say taken out or expressing. So maximum meaning of the award, such a sentence. So that collects maximum meaning of awards is called the Atodara. Okay. And also, Visesa Vakya also can be called another name, Atodesa, Odesa, so pointed out the intended meaning in current context. So that chooses the intended meaning of a word in the current context. So that is why the Samenya Vakya as well as Atodara Vakya. And then Visesa Vakya as well as the Atodesa Vakya. So in this set can be understood. And then now number 10 set is Annoya. So a sentence that denote conformity to the current statement, maybe formal lines. And also Vyadireka Vakya, a sentence that denote the opposite and reverse idea to the current statement, the opposite idea or maybe opposite or reverse. Idea to the current statements. So these two sentences can be interchanged former to the later to the former in position. So sometimes annoya, sometimes Vyadidika, or annoya is first, Vyadidika is later, or Vyadidika is first, annoya is later. So it can be. And so Garaha Vakya. So Garaha Vakya also, a sentence that expresses a lesser or inferior sense. So opposite to that one, Sambhavana Vakya, a sentence that expresses greater or superior sense. But here, remark. So these two sentences can be interchanged. So former as later or later as former in position, and also so separately without being a set. So separately also can be found. In some places only Graha Vakya. In some places only Sambhavana Vakya can be found. So Graha also called the Arujyata, Sambhavana also Anugahata Vakya. That one already explained in the morning. So these are very common and useful. So repeatedly can be found in the commentary reading. So these 36. But some remaining vakyas. Some remaining sentences. So there remain some common sentences. So not directly included in these above mentioned. So they are, so here, bocha, okay. And also bocha vakya, later, so here bocha vakya is a sentence, that express just question without any complaint, just asking. So question sentence, pure question sentence is bocha. The same way we said jana. With the jana vakya also, just pure to that question, just pure answer to that question. So now 14, bocha, 15, the Visajana, and then now 16. 16 did it. So Jordana also maybe a kind of a question that one back. So including some complaint, maybe something unsatisfied. So that is called the Jordana. Jordana, literal meaning of the Jordana is it, complaint. Jordana work here. So that is one, the sentence that express the complaint, but maybe with the question also. So that is one here. Jordana, a sentence, even though it is a question, that submit a complaint. So commonly in that sentence, maybe the word nanu or something, so can be included. But so sometimes without, sometimes with, sometimes without. And then, so next one is opposite to that one. Jordana means complain or maybe so reporting a problem or complaint. The other one, Brihara Vakya. Brihara means solving that problem or invading such a problem. Maybe invading, complaint also. Even though they complain that one, actually, so solving or giving answer widely explained. So your complaint here is not available or not useful because of that, because of this. This is such a explanation is called the brihara. But literal meaning of the brihara means, avoidance or maybe invading. evade. And also, here you see, Jodana Boga, Jodana and the Aboga. Aboga means intention. So that Jodana, so complaint sentence, including the complainers, the idea. So a part of the complaint sentence, but which express the idea of the complainant. So idea of a one who complains is called the Jodana Boga. And also because of his idea, maybe in that sentence, some result can be understood. That one is that, the meaning should be understood according to that, the complainer's idea. So this sentence express that result is called the Jodana Boga Pala. Jodana Boga Pala. So similarly, Parihara Boga, so the problem solver's idea, and also Parihara Boga Pala. So according to that problem solver's idea, so the meaning should be understood, or the resultant or consequence should be understood is Parihara Boga Pala Vakya in this way. So these are also a kind of the Bocha and the Visijana, one set, Jodana and the Parihara also one set, and so Jodana Boga and the Jodana Boga Pala is one set, Parihara Boga and Parihara Boga Pala is one set. They are just a set. But these commonly, so specific name can be understood Bocha, Visijana, Jodana, Parihara, and so on. But common name is they are, so Beka Wakya, Beka and the Bekandara. Because Jodana, so question side is this part, answer side is the other part. So this side is called the Beka Wakya, the other side is called the Bekandara Wakya. Those are branches of the Beka and the Bekandara set. So that is one. Not included in the previous one, but that one also can be understood. So now, already explained that one. So Bocha Wakya, a sentence that expresses a mere question without any complaint. And then Visijana Wakya, a sentence that expresses, give an answer to that question. And the Jodana Wakya, a sentence, so even though it is a question, maybe a part of a question, so that submits a complaint. So with the one nanu or not, sometimes without. So complaint sentence, complaining sentence. The same way, Parihara Wakya, a sentence that evades the complaint, maybe solving that complaint, giving an answer or solution to that complaint. And then Jodana Boga Wakya. So Jodana Boga Wakya, a sentence that is part of Jodana Wakya, but that denotes so questioner's idea. That is Jodana Boga. And also Jodana Boga Pala. According to that questioner's idea, the consequence or result should be understood there. So the sentence express that is called the Jodana Boga Pala. So since a part of Jodana Wakya, that denotes result of the questioner's idea. The same way, Parihara Boga Wakya, a sentence part of the Parihara Wakya, that denotes so solvers, problem solvers, complaint solvers idea. The same way, Parihara Boga Pala Wakya, So a sentence, part of Brihara Vakya that denotes. So result of the absorber idea. So now, so all of the common sentences, their name, so already. So, and then the other extra meaning of those sentences. So briefly, literal explanation of some vakyas. So for example, abhagata vakya. So abhagata is, so a and the bhagata, and then vakya. So a and the bhagata is combined in this way. Na bhagato, abhagato. Unclear. Maybe that is a kind of the distributed compound, distributed dependent compound, Kamadharya, adjective, but it refers to the meaning, maybe abhagato at all like that. So unclear meaning. And also to refers to the vakya. So it is explained literally. Abhagadasa, bhagasakan, vakya, abhagata, vakya. Sorry, it should be abhagata, vakya. A sentence that denotes unclear meaning is abhagata, vakya. The same way that bhagati karana also, bhagadan karoditi bhagata karana. Bhagata means clear. So it makes clear. So a meaning that refers to the meaning, explanation meaning. So a meaning that makes it clear is called the bhagati karana. Actually, combination, so bhagata and the karana, but so E is inserted. It is like the, so sita and the karana, CD karana. So manasa and the karana, kara, manasi kara, like that. So E is inserted between these two words. So bhagata and the karana, bhagati karana. So that's maybe that's atasa. So bhagati karana, that bhagati karana. So a meaning that makes clear and clear meaning of the formal sentence. So that's a meaning of the formal line. So a meaning that makes clear. So unclear meaning of the formal sentence. So dabba kadi karana bakasakan wakiyan. So dabba kadi karana wakiyan. A sentence that denote a meaning. So that makes clear and clear meaning of the formal sentence. So, and then maybe the other way also, so that bhagati karana can be explained in other way to directly refers to the ascendant. So then bhagadan karoditi, so that bhagati karana, so an explanation that makes it clear. And so that bhagati karana jatan wakyan jadi, so that bhagati karana wakyan. So that is an explanation as well as a sentence. So that is, these are just literal meaning of those. So not so important, just share information if you are interested in that. Maybe, so to understand sentence structure in the commentary is not so important. That is just, developing your Pali knowledge. The same way Sinkepa. So Sinki biyaditi Sinkepo. So a statement that is a brief or that is a bridge. That is brief. Or that is abridgment, abridged or summed. And also Sinkepa sa bakasekan wakian Sinkepa. So a sentence that denote a brief meaning or a brief statement. So alternatively, or the other way, so sinki biyadi idinadi sinkebo. So that by which the statement is abridged or a statement is briefly denoted. So that is called the sinkebo. So sinkebo just so working jadi singkiba working. A brief statement as well as a sentence. And then the other one is waitara. So waitariati waitaro, a statement that is detailed. So waitara sa bakasakan workian, waitara workian. So a sentence that denotes the detailed statement. Or so waitariati idinadi waitaro. So a statement by which the meaning is detailed or detail explained. So waitara just so working jadi waitara working. A detailed statement as well as a sentence. Okay, so and then danliya. So danlan kariyati danliyo. A statement that should be confirmed, that should be strong, that should be made strong. Strong. So danliya sabaka second working, danliya working a statement or a sentence. So that denote a statement that should be confirmed. So now these are explained in the that. So Atakata achieved you, Saraji's book. So Danli Karana Wakaya. So Danlan Garoditi Danli Karana. Here also you see like the Bagadan Garoditi Bagati Karana. Here also Danla. So E is inserted. Danlan Garoditi Danli Karana. So a statement that makes it confirmed. So Danli Karana Jadna Wakan Jadi Danli Karana Wakan. A confirmed statement as well as a sentence. So Jordana Wakia, Jordidi, Dosan, Arobidi, Idayadi, Jordana. A statement that submit a complaint. Maybe so Dosan. So Dosan means literally fault or flaw, maybe complaint or unsatisfaction also. So Jordana Jasa working Jadi Jordana working a statement or so complaint as well as a sentence. And the Brihara. So Briharadi Dosan Idinadi Briharo. So a statement by which a commentator or evades the complaint. So Briharoja, so working Jadi Brihara, so working maybe a statement as well as a sentence. Okay, so easy to be understood. So actually, these are just simple, so just examples. So taking the example of these above mentioned explanation. So we should understand literal explanation of the remaining wakyas names, taking the example of. But after reading the commentary step by steps, so we can improve our Pali knowledge. So at the time, so we can make it such a literal explanation by ourselves. But that is when Saraji provides only these 4 or 5. So Abagada Bagadi Karana, Sinkeba Waitara, Dahliya Dahli Karana, Jorana Brihara, these 4 sets. Later, based on our Pali experience, so we can understand, we can do. And then, so these are related to the sentence structure. So a sentence, maybe link up sentence to each other. But so what also important to analyze? So to analyze a word, so in the morning also, we already roughly translated, Batamangari, Badichida. Maybe literal meaning of that one is, first of all, separate combined words. Just that. But so we need to understand. Not only, combined word, but also we need to analyze so part of speech. By separation, we can understand. So this one is a prefix, before part of speech in Pali. so prefix, so upaseka, and the indeclinable particle nipada, and then so declinable one, so now, nama. So in Pali nama, maybe when we see the word nama, only just now, but actually under that nama, so so now, pronoun, adjectives, and also the other, so numerous also can be understood. Numerous. So they are declinable one. And the ba means akyata in technical term. So if those words are joined according to the unique combination, so we cannot see clearly, we cannot understand clearly. So this one is noun form or verb form or maybe prefix or indeclinable particle or not. We cannot. So that is fine. Firstly, we should try to separate them. After that, so we need to analyze this one is prefix, this one is indeclinable particle, this one is noun and verb and so on. So after that, so we need to do samasade, the doggery. The one also, if we analyze in this way, prefix is okay, because they are rarely changed. Indeclinable particle also rarely changed. So now, so we need to understand now, nama. So those nama can be, 5 kinds. So that is, samasa in the doggery. We need to analyze, so samasa and so on, based on among those noun, nama. So the first one is, soda nama, so pure noun. So not derivative noun or original noun also, pure noun. So pure noun, pure adjectives. And then, sabak nama, so pronoun. And the samasa nama, so compound noun. And the latita nama, so secondary derivative noun, maybe adjective also. And the kita nama, primary derivative noun. So these 5 kinds of noun also should be analyzed. Should be analyzed. So by analyzing that way, so way of declension and also sentence structure or maybe syntactic function in the sentence can be understood. So that is why. So analyze what kind of noun it is or what kind of samasa it is based on our Pali knowledge, or what kind of that data. And also what kind of kita also, primary derivative. So then, so we should decline. So from nominative to the locative. Maybe if we already, it's okay, no problem. So by analyzing or by declining, then, so at the time, so based on those case ending, oh, this is nominative case, or this is instrumental case, this is ablative case, or this is locative, or this is accusative. In this way, it can be understood easily. Based on that case, so syntactic relation or syntactic function in the sentence can be easy to guess. So that is why, under the samasade, the doggery, so analyzing in this way, we should do. And then, samasa dogati bicha, so samasa adi. So ado is locative case. Samasa dogati bicha, after doing analysis, samasa analysis, etc. Analyzing samasa, etc. So a wise one should understand the meaning. That means syntactic meaning. Syntactic meaning. That is why, so we need to find the syntactic relation of words, or how they are syntactically related to each other, subject and verb, or subject and subject modifier, object and verb, object and object modifier, and also gerund verb, or gerund verb of the object of the gerund, or infinitive, object of the infinitive, maybe adverb of the gerund verb, adverb of the main verb, or adverb of the infinitive verb, or present participle, past participle, and so on. So that is why, when we learn the basic Pali, or Pali made easy like that, so at that time, so gerund can be understood in three ways: infinitive, and also present participle or past participle, how to understand the meaning, how many ways can be understood in meaning, and so on. We already analyzed in Pali made easy. So based on that, now, so we need to find the syntactic relation. So to understand, contextual or syntactic meaning of the word, a phrase, even a sentence. So for example, subject modifier, object modifier, verb, adverb, gerund verb, object of the gerund, infinitive verb, object of the infinitive, or adverb of the infinitive, and so on. So at the time, we can understand the meaning. So that is, Atanjaniya Bandito. After analyzing samasa, etc., a wise one should understand the meaning, that means syntactic meaning, not so individual meaning of a word, not a meaning of the individual word. Okay. So these are basic facts or basic information. So we should know, we should understand to read the commentator, to read the commentaries. So you should review again and again to be familiar with. So after that, the more familiar, so you are to these facts, the easier to understand commentary for you. So, okay, now the first stanza. So that is explanation of the Jakubala Tirawatu Gata. Not story, only Gata. Okay, so the other story are not, we are not purpose of our study. So Seraji also avoid that, because so we are now, so mainly we will train ourselves to understand the commentary style, that is just focusing on the meaning of the explanation of that stanza. The other story are just telling the story. So based on the translation, we can understand clearly. So now so these are just copying that from that. So Dhammabra commentary. So Dhammavara commentary, so volume 1. And the Chaku Yamaka Weka, and the Chaku Bala Tira Watru. So this one is so intro, and that here story many. And then starting from that here, so Saroji start. So Dhamma Raja Iman Gatha Maha Manobubingama Dhamma Manosita Manomaya. So Manasaji Barutina Basadiwa Garodiwa the Dona Doka Manuiti. So Jekanwa Wahado Badandi. So after that here, so commentary time we can see Tata Manodi. So Kamajara Kusaladi Bedan Sabba. Jadu Bhumika Jaitan and so on to the end. To the end of this one. These are commentary explanation. And then mostly in the commentary written in Pali, so the Pali words, for example here, this one is, original Pali. So Manobo Bingama Dhamma Manosita Manomaya Manasaji Brutina Basdiva Grodiva and so on. The commentator, when he explained those words, so commonly the word included in that original text of Pali Canon. So as well as bow tie. So Mano is referring to this Mano. And the others are explanation. The same way Bobingama, Mano Bobingama. And also Dhamma is Dhamma. Here you see. And then Manosita. Here, so Mano Bobingama also finally to understand. So after that, yeah, Manosito or Manomaya. And so Manasaji, Manasa is easy to understand. So here Badotina, and also together Manasaji, Badotina, Basadiwa, Garodiwa. So after that, the Dona, Ruka Manuidi, and then Jaganwa Wahado Padan. So all of these were in bold are so from the original text. The others are explanation. Roughly in this way can be understood. Okay, all of these are copied to the note. That is why I will go back to the copy. Dot 5. So Dhamma Raja. So Iman Gatha Maha. You see here Gatha Maha is actually Gatha Aha. So Batamankari Badichidan. So it should be divided Batam Gatha Aha. So in this way. So Gatha is with the accusative case, Aha is buff. Gatam Aha. But if we say maybe we may think Gatha Maha is a single word at the time. What kind of word we should not understand? We cannot understand. So Gatam Aha. So in this way it should be divided. Okay, the rest are just quotation original text. Okay, ED. Now, after analyzing in this way, so this Dhamma Raja Iman Gatan Aha, so Manobobingama Dhamma and the Jekanwa Wahado Badandi. So in Myanmar tradition, so commentary region tradition. So such a sentence, firstly, so trying to translate so as much as possible in method. So we apply to manifold methods as much as possible. So here, so actually this is one sentence. Dhamma Raja Iman Gatan Aha Manobobingama Dhamma Manosita Manomaya and then that is just one sentence. And so that one, Saroji explained. Saroji translate 4 ways, A, B, C, D. That is just note from the, not translated yet. So based on the Saroji translation. So I order. So what are, so list of those who are in the sentence. So the first one is Dhamma Raja Manobo Bengama Dhamma. Okay, Vadanti Iman Gatan Aha. Iman Gatan Aha. So in this case, you see Manobo Bengama Dhamma. Okay, and then so Vadanti. So here function of the ed. That is quotation mark. Ed is quotation mark. But based on, before putting the imangatan, so this et, after this et, we can understand accusative because it modified to the imangatan. This stanza, which is manobo bengama dhamma and the padan in this way. So now in this sentence, the meaning of et. So so accusative meaning of the word iti. So now, so Dhamma Raja. So Dhamma Raja refers to the Buddha. So the king of Dhamma, the owner of the Dhamma. So Iman Gatan Aha said this stanza or addressed this stanza. So which is Manobo Bengama Dhamma and the Jakanwa Wahado Padan. So the meaning of this ed is which is or that is, modifying to the Iman Gatan. So now the meaning of this ed. So Badandi means should be divided. Badan ed. Badan ed. Okay, so we already know that back to and that's just. So Gata Maha should be divided. Gatan and the Aha. The same way, Badandi should be divided. So Badam and then so iti. This iti. So here iti is this iti, that iti. So the meaning of iti in fast way. So accusative meaning. Modifying to the imangatan modifier, object modifier. So according to that way, it can be understood maybe Dhamma Raja the cannot Dhamma, maybe just the Buddha. I will translate. The Buddha said or maybe addressed. So this stanza. So that is. So Mano, Bobakama Dhamma, and then, but then in this way. So now the function of the ed, or in the ed, so we don't see any case ending, but so as the accusative meaning, so modifying to the imangatan, so object modifier can be understood. Okay, now second way. So Dhamma Raja imangatan aha. So Manobo Vinkama Dhamma Badanti. Okay, so now ed is at the end of a sentence. So at that time, ed is just quotation, So at that time, maybe according to the traditional grammar's idea, so that ed, so nominative meaning so ed mean s. or maybe just quotation. Just quotation. So at that time, the sentence being the Buddha addressed. So this stanza, maybe just quotation, we don't use. Or maybe if we say stanza, maybe, we can understand S or without S, just with the quotation mark. So Mano, Popengama, and Dhamma, and then Badam. After that quotation in this way, just that. So now focusing on the meaning of the ED. So the pathway is in the ED, accusative sense should be understood. That is an object modifier to the Imangatam. The second way is, so nominative meaning of the nominative case meaning of the ED should be understood. At the time, just so quotation mark or maybe lingata or something like that. Just quotation.
Hi, Sayadaw.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean that in the second way, then we have two separate sentences? Dhammaraja imangata aha, that's one sentence. And the Manopapangama so on Padanti is another sentence.
No, not that way. Maybe that is object complement with the ED. Object complement with the ED. Okay, I will show you. So maybe the function of the nominative case, 11 or 12 functions. So nominative case used to denote. One is, object complement with the ED. Object complement with the ED, even though it is object complement, but when we use the ED, so at that time, nominative sense, nominative case, we can understand. And maybe before that also nominative case also, that one we will see. So object complement with the ED, maybe see hodi, adana, samikiyana, and so on. So here, so Adana is accusative case. He considered himself as a lion, but not see him to see hodi, ED, because of ED, or maybe see hodi. In this way, object complement with the ED also. So that is why here in this serology note, serology said, so the pathway, number and the pathway. So at that time here, ima badandi, so we say sana, we say sayapia, beta di maba. So that means so to idi now iman katane we bet do our and we bet jdi maba. So that means that ed is with the accusative case in this way. But in the second way, so that is agara. Agara means just quotation sense. Maybe in Myanmar, who you mean as, or maybe just quotation. So that it is that agara jodaka nibadi. So agara horomo achinyago. Zodaka tombia niba. Okay. So to niba no boat now. Lay a neck with me at tombia though. Patamaube Jidi who map that is maybe Lingata also. That is nominative case, just as, not in sense in the contextual sense, not in contextual sense. So that is why maybe without using as or maybe just quotation mark also can be, here understood.
Well, Sayadaw, but if we say that it is Lengata, then what is Tongyata, Sayadaw?
Sorry?
Because in your explanation there, we use it in the sense of the Lengata, right? Then what is Tongyata?
Olengata?
Tongyata.
So Dongliata, Lingata, actually, that one is, for example, in the morning we learn one sentence. I will show you. Okay, this line. So maybe a young bulldog. Sometimes we can see a young bulldog holding. This is the bulldog. So at that time, with the verb holding together with the verb holding, so a young is subject, holding is verb, the bulldog is subject complement. But so without using any verb, especially verb to be omitted at that time. So no verb there. So at that time, we could not say this one is subject, this one is verb. At that time, maybe ayan is dohliata, bulldog is lingata. In this way, they explain. Just give it a name of the sentence structure, so syntactical function.
Yes, so that's why my question, because here we said that if he has a sense of the Lengata, then what is Tongyata in this case?
No, so in this case is maybe, even though this one is just given the syntactical function, but now we are understanding. So Lingata is, for example, in the sentence, maybe without sentence. So if we see in Pali, how to say, we don't use a word without any case ending. If so, to denote those words in the writing, so at least we need to use one case. So that word denote the object, maybe with the accusative case. That word denote the maybe adverb, or maybe one of the instrumental to the locative. Or it is subject, maybe with the nominative. Even though we could not understand any syntactic function that word, because out of the context. So at that time, such a word is with the nominative case. So lingam here stem, just to show in the stem, to indicate the stem. So that commonly briefly. So that one, that function of the nominative case is called lingata.
And then also, so if it is in the nominative case, then what word is it connected to? So in this sentence.
So that is why, nothing connection, or maybe so roughly that is, so agara means quotation, so maybe adverbial function, or maybe something.
Okay, thank you, Sayadaw.
Okay. So And then now that way of the translation. So that way also based on the the Myanmar poem, Saraji here provided. So Idi Dara Agara Zodaka now night Piamo was ka bosa Kendarago Shima Soy Anet Namamye. So that is also related to that second way. Second way, you know, that ed is just agara or quotation mark. So when we translate in this way at the time, commonly, so so as Mr. Ryan asked, maybe just that is one sentence also can be understood. So that is why, you know, before that is one question. So Wachaka bosa, that means so question word with the gain by adding. So that is when 3 lines can be understood here in the second way. So Dhamma Raja Iman Gatan Aha. So 1 line. After that, so gain Aha. That is Wachaka bocha Gaindara. Okay, gain Aha. And then now another line is answer. So the Buddha expound this stanza. So what did the Buddha expound? So the Buddha expounded Manobobhankama Dhamma. Expound maybe after the quotation. Maybe addressed. So at that time, okay. Iman Gatan Aha Gain Abedu Aha Manobogama Dhammati. Yeah. So and then here the meaning of the Cain is how, not what. How did the Buddha address? And then so the Buddha addressed, or maybe said also, address after that. Noble Bengama Dhamma, and then, but then, so in this way.
So you know, in this third way, then the word iti in the sense of nominative or accusative, so you know.
Nominative.
Also nominative.
Yeah, nominative.
Okay, thank you.
In the fourth way will be accusative. So that is you know how is adverbial sense manner. That is the asking the how iti. And then in the fourth way, so Dhamma Raja Iman Gatan Aha. So now accusative, that is saying gain Gatan Aha. And the Manobobhinkama Dhamma Badandi Iman Gatan Aha. So in this way. So now the meaning can be understood. Okay. So the Buddha addressed this stanza. So which stanza? So did the Buddha address? And then the Buddha addressed this stanza. Maybe that is. So after that, without quotation also, maybe that is, maybe hyphen is better instead of quotation mark. So Mano Bobengama Dhamma Bhadan. So in this way. So at that accusative sense. So now based on the only first line, so Saraji explained. And also Saraji gave remark here. So Amma, maybe remark. So Ido Anelini Beta the Pien, Nyanu do a duet. So show three were a chapping who ten was she the Dodo, Igata Adomuma, now Nile Aladu Lami Pidoja, Iniabe Adajam, Biabi the Tone Alos, a Waja Amu Quewe, Chido Le, now then you are Gata Jama, Quebiami, Gatai and Negola, Igarai upon Alo Bisoma, Bizim, Bami. So that means now many ways. So that is why at the very beginning we may confused. But so such a way repeatedly can be seen. That is why. So firstly, Sarah introduced. So based on way of explanation, so type of sentence also can be many ways, but now not just focusing on the type of sentences, just introduction, the meaning, just introducing the meaning. But later, so in later stanzas, so we will analyze sentence type, but Saraji will analyze sentence type. And also now just focusing on that sentence structure in this way. So Dhamma Raja Manobu Bingamadi Imangatan Aha, or Dhamma Rama Raja Imangatan Aha Manobu Dhamma Badanti, and Dhamma Raja. So to avoid confusion, the whole stanza meaning and the end of that story will provide or will be translated. And this is what is said. So this is the past, the very beginning. And then now, so next part. So next part is Tata Manobo Bengama Dhamma. Tata Manodi Kamajara Kusala Tibetan Sabambi Jadu Bomika Jaitan. Okay. Now, so firstly, Saroji translated. So Tata to Manobo Gamadama Asashi Dogata night. So Manoti, Manohudiga, or Mano means, so Kamauchara Kusalati Bedan. So Kamauchara Kusala, Jeta, etc. So Sabambi all Chidu Bumika Jaitan. So the consciousness which arises in four planes. So that means Kama, Rupa, Arupa, and the Logottara. That means all of Jeta here. So refers by the word Mano. Okay. So and then so that sentence also here, Saraji, one way translated and the another way. So later I will write down and separately translated, but now I have not prepared that one. That is why. Just explain it. And then so alternatively, data in that stanza, Kamadura Kusla Dibidan Sabambi. So the other will also. So now, okay, so we should divide it here one part. because later connection between them. So we need to analyze and this because here, partner also. Now, so the first way, now the first line. So Saraji translated two ways to understand. And then, so the second way is, now the first way is data, so mano, and the kamotra jeta. And the second way is actually in this way. So, firstly, mano means Chadu Bhumika Chaitan mainly. And also that Chadu Bhumika Chaitan is modified by the Sabbambi or Kamauchara Kusaladi Baitan. These two words are modified to the Chadu Bhumika Chaitan. But in the second way is, that in that stanza, so Kama Chadu Bhumika Chaitan Mano. In first way, Manodi is subject. In second way, so Manodi is, subject complement or maybe predicate in this way, Saraji translated. So, and then, so here, Saraji, what did it say? Maybe so here translation before analyzing. That time maybe in that stanza. So mano means. So here the meaning of itimi means. So Sabambi Chadu Bhumika Chaita. So all of consciousness so Chadu Bhumika Chaita arising in so four planes and then so the Kamajara Kusala Baitan also modified this Chaitan. So that is why so how to say which is so Kamauchara Kusala etc. Imbriety. So, imbriety. So Chaitan maybe every Chaita, so Sabambi Chaita singular, instead of saying all of every consciousness arising in four planes. So which is so Kamajara Kudala, etc. Imbriety. The second way also So in that stanza, every consciousness which arising in four planes, which is Kamajara Kusala, etc. in variety, is called here Mano. So in this way, that is just translated into English. So Saraji translation. Okay, Mr. Ryan.
Yeah, sorry, Sarah. So, how did Sayadaw translate the word "bi"? Sayadaw.
B.
Sabambi, yeah.
Sabambi. Okay. Sabambi. Alonso Lepidros. Maybe so that Sabambi, a bit maybe like the ja here. So every consciousness, maybe so according to the theology translation, so which is arising or which arise, which arises in four planes, and then maybe and which is Kamajara Kusala, etc. Maybe the meaning of this. And that just that sense.
So it doesn't have because here, I mean, we haven't translated the next sentences yet. But it looks to me that because in this verse, the Buddha talked about the like akusala, citas here, right? So does that mean like even though the word mano indicates all of the consciousness, but because later on the commentator is going to explain, but in this particular case and so on. So that's why we have the word pana in the next sentence. So does that mean the word be has a sense of although, even though in this case?
No, yeah, bana me just wakya ramba say so yes, as you said, bana todo bin bonle bana pit do say pit baro lebe. Yeah. So okay. So in a sense, later also okay. But at the time, maybe the meaning of so bana is although, but that a bit so could not be the same as with that bana. That is why we don't need to translate later in the bana sentence. The meaning of bana will express that sense. But yeah, in relation, so the meaning of the be is even though or although, yeah, can be understood.
I see. But then Sanjay did not translate that be. So
Maybe Saraji translated at that time, here. So Alonso left door, maybe just lay. That lay sense is in Myanmar quite difficult to understand. So maybe sometimes like the ja, maybe sometimes like the a bit also. So ja mean and. So you also go, I also go. In Myanmar, like that. In this way. Sometimes, so And the main dwado lebe, maybe sometimes lebe sense. Adami even though. So that is a we are just focusing on the the past line. That is a the meaning of that a bit is not so clear here yet. But so as you said, based on the next sentence, that point will be clear to us.
Okay, thank you, Sayadaw.
Okay. So now, focusing on the that. So now Saroji just firstly focusing on the first line. Now the firstly, two-way translation in this way. And the second way, the second step, Saroji explained. Okay, so here Amma Patamangari Badichidan Sado Gata Ubridane and Yi Sheuza Badisira Bui Tona, the Masadi Kwabi, Wijo Bubima, Nedia and Nebia, Nyamalu Bianle, Nyamabia Badi, Tojo, and Neb Baby Badisira Sadigo, Bua Bami. So that means in this very first line, Data Manodi Kamajara Kusaladi Bidan, Sabambi. Jedu Bhumika Jaitan. So in this sentence, okay, data is okay, but minority should be divided minority. So and also Kamajara Kusaladi Bedan. So Kamajara Kusala Adi Bedan. Maybe Saban be also Saban Api, and this should be divided. And also, so Kamajara Kusala Di Bedan. So Kamoja Kusala Dija, maybe Bedanja or something. So in this way, compounded word should be analyzed in compound. In this way, Saraji just giving remark, but not expressed in his book. Just focusing on the sentence, how to say, sentence type. So now, Kama Vajara and the Kusala Adi Beda. Abeda means variety of various. So which is various? So Kamajara Kusala, etc. In this way also, if we understand it's okay. And then after that, Saraji gave remark related to the usage of the data. So and also here, data chile sagademu mayu waitara. So now, so we need to understand that. So very first line is here. So very first line is Dhamma Raja Imangatan Aha and the Manobo Bingama Dhamma Padandi. That is one line. Now second line is here. So data Manobo Manodi Kamajara Kusala Jaitan and so on. So all of these now two lines we can understand. So now here one line is starting from the Dhamma Raja Imangatan Aha to the Iti. That is one line. And then second line is from the data to the end of this, maybe the Dokha Manu Dandanditi. All of these also maybe considered as a one line. So at that time, so very first line, the Dhamma Raja Imangatan Aha to the Ed is Sinkepa. And also that the brief statement, among the brief statement, so where explain partly word by word. So about the Mano, about the Bobingama, and then Dhamma, and together Mano Bobingama Dhamma, and the Manosita Manomaya in this way. Word by word explained. That explanation is the following paragraph. Those are Waitara sentences. Okay. So that is fine. Based on that one here, Saraji said, not Saraji said, the ancient shadows. So data Chile Zagadem may Waitara. The following sentences starting with the data roughly can be understood. Waitara Wakya. So that is here. Jansiaro di that commentators. So Bia Abido Sagaga and Nedive Madila on Jenny Doja, a Jechelu Layin. So the following statement is too brief, difficult to understand the meaning. So at that time, they want to explain widely in detail. So, and then the detailed sentences are mostly starting with the data. That is why data Chile is a goddamn my waitara. The following sentences starting with the data, beginning with the data are waitara. So here, Doka menu banded D. So Doka menu banded D is here, you see. Doka menu banded D. So from the data to the Doka menu banded D are waitara. So that is why, you know, at the very beginning when study the basic information for the work years. So now a name of the work here is not just referring to a short sentence. The whole paragraph also can be called the work here. So based on with reference to the formal statement. Formal statement is Senkeba, the whole one is Waitara. In this way can be understood. And then, so within them, maybe partly, so part by part, when we analyze, maybe Bocha and the Wisijana and Garana and the Fala, Samanya and the Wisisa also can be understood in this way. So that is why here. So that Chile Sagademu, Mayu, Waitara. So now, now one set. So Dhamma Raja and to the so Badanti. That is, you know, Sankeba Vakya. And then now second part. So from the data Manodi and then to the end of that paragraph. So Dokha Manu Bandati, maybe. Yeah, Dokha Manu Bandati. That is Waitara. So Vakya in this way. And then now another information. So here Saraji explained it. So you know, from that in this way, you know, data to the Dhamma Raja Badandi, you see. Dhamma Raja Badandi is Sinkhiba Vakya, and the data Manoti, so from the data Manoti to the Doka Manu Bandati is Waitara Vakya. And then, so here examples, similarly Saraji showed. So in a big village, so there are many houses. The same way in the Waitara Vakya, big Waitara Vakya, there are small sentences are included, can be included. Yuaji do yawe imbaumya zwa shi deketu. So similarly, so just as in a big village there are many houses, so too, so in a big Waitara sentence, there are many small sentences are included. Okay, and then next part is Okay, we need to analyze again and again. So now almost time is up. So, okay, any question? No more question. Okay, so let me stop here by saying the sadhu, 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 sadhu.
Thank you
Sadhu,
so much,
sadhu,
Sayadaw.
sadhu.
Sadhu,
Thank
sadhu,
you so much,
sadhu.
Sayadaw.
Welcome.
Thank you very much, Bante. Suki Hotu.
You do.